R&B Money. We up. Thanks. J Valentine. We are the authorities on all things R&B.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tank.
Hi,
J Valentine.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
And this is the R&B Money Podcast.
Come on.
The authority on all things R&B.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
I have been waiting. I have been praying.
The time has come.
I have been hoping. I said, Lord, if you send us anybody, send us that man. One of the coldest ever. That simple. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Robin Thicke.
Okay.
There we go. Where you at?
Come on now.
I want to do this
Yes, sir.
because to my brother Jay,
Hi, Jay.
this is
Hey, Jay, how's it going over there?
this is really special, brother.
Yes, it is.
Thank you, man.
Yes,
I want to
it
let you
is.
know that.
Yeah, man.
And so for me, I have a bottle of champagne.
Come
here.
on, what you gonna
You
do,
pass that
champ?
to me, Tiki.
All right.
Yeah, what you gonna do, champ?
I was born to celebrate.
I would
Yeah.
like to, because we've been talking about this for a while.
They got to stop me from celebrating. You know what I mean?
This has been
No, they don't.
hey,
Maybe they don't.
you
Maybe
have
they don't.
earned.
Hey, listen,
You have earned the right to celebrate.
one of your favorite songs
Come on.
is a celebration
This-
of
I-
another kind.
Come on now.
I have, we've talked about this and we've said the time will come and the time has come.
Yeah.
And this is not
And the time
this
is right.
is not better late than never. This is in God's own time. The universe is
Yes.
saw fit for this to be the moment.
Yes.
And what we're gonna do is
That's that mama lord.
What we gonna do? What we
Mama
gonna
Lord.
do?
we're gonna pop.
He not as strong as I told y'all. Them muscles
Wait,
wasn't
wait,
real.
wait,
Y'all
wait,
didn't- I told y'all them muscles was
Wait,
fake
Well,
as
you
hell.
got your nice shirt. It was
the
all
forearm.
ironed. Your shirt was all nicely ironed, and now you just ruined the whole
opened the extra
bottom
button
right
when you
corner
walked
of
in.
your shirt.
I saw you walk in. I opened
Now
the extra
you
button.
looking like you've been doing dishes now and stuff.
Pass me a glass.
What the hell is going on? Open up the bottom of your shirt.
Come on, man. I
I thought,
by any means necessary.
Yeah.
you had been to San Tropez.
No, not yet. Not yet, bro. You're a little bit more traveled than me.
You funny. Okay.
Keep that one.
Get us right, champion.
Make sure.
Yeah, I don't know if you know, but those are R&B glasses, my brother.
R&B Money
Yeah,
glasses.
yeah, them is R&B money. You know, those glasses say R&B money on them.
Oh, no, they don't.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Yes,
Yes,
they
they
do.
No,
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Oh, my Lord.
From
Good
the
Lord.
United Center.
Yeah, come on, United Center.
Chicago.
on, unite us.
The United
Hey,
Center
man.
gave us our own glasses, our own.
Yeah, the house that Michael Jordan built.
Yeah,
Ooh.
they blessed us.
The house that R&B Money lives in. Come
What?
on now.
I'm. This is for us. You being here, brother. It means the world to us, man.
Oh, man.
Thank
you.
We have been fans and we have been brothers for a long time, man. But today we get to celebrate you, man, the way we've always wanted to, man. So
yeah.
Come on,
to
let's pop
Robin, man.
champagne.
To Robin,
Such a
man.
big
Yeah,
heart, Tank.
yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
Tank.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay.
Get
Much
it,
love to both
get
of
it,
you, man.
get it,
You know, R&B runs in my blood, man. What's my name? R.O.B. Come on now. I-N. R.O.B. I-N.
I'm gonna take you back to the beginning. I'm gonna take you back to the beginning. There's a good friend of mine by the name of Drano.
Drano. Hey, man, that boy was liquid.
And Drano says to me, "Nigga, I got some shit you need to hear. He about to kill every fucking body. He's about to kill everybody in the motherfucking game, nigga. He fucking with you too, Jack." I was like, this nigga's crazy. I was like, let me hear this person who's supposed to be messing with me and all of my R&B constituents. And he begins to play this song. And the lyric says, "And all the stupid things I do,
Oh, yeah, OG.
absolutely no reflection on how I feel about you." And I was sitting like this, oh God, he's the man he said he was.
Yeah.
It hadn't even dropped yet because I'm going to bring it full circle for you. That was the late, great Andre Harrell's
Yes.
cousin.
Oh, O'Neal. Oh, Drano was.
Drano is his cousin.
Oh, okay, got you.
Who was playing this music for me. He said, Andre has him, has the one.
Oh, well, that's
And he
what
played, and he showed me a picture of you
compliment.
With the Lord Jesus.
Huh?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
with
To
the
the
watch
show.
me whip. And I said, he's going to kill them. All of them. And I had never heard anything like that before.
Thank you. That's
And
what
I
we were
was
going for on the first album. I wanted to just make something that never existed,
bro.
That was a fun album to make, man.
I think it was like, because I think we all have a natural judgment when it comes to things, and it all starts from the look and the appearance.
Yeah.
And it's like when I saw the picture, I heard the music first, then I saw the picture. I'm like, well, how the fuck did that happen? Because I'm seeing this like almost like disco-esque vibe with the Tony Montana suit. I'm like, what is this? And how is he doing that? How are you doing that, Robin?
I love the Tony Montana suit right on the back cover, right?
Like, take me to the beginning,
Okay.
to where you even start constructing the fibers and the textures
Yeah.
that design who you are.
Well, the funny thing is, I come from 6 generations of musicians. My grandfather was a jazz trumpet player. His father was a jazz trumpet player. My dad was a soulful guy, loved to write songs, loved to sing, wrote with Richard Pryor and all these kind of things. So my dad was a soulful guy and enlightened for his time,
Mm-hmm.
And my mom, her number one song was Friends and Lovers in the 80s with Carl Anderson, a black R&B singer. So all of this stuff has been built. I joke that my family's been trying to be black for 6 generations. And I'm just starting to get it right. You know what I mean?
We made it, man.
You made it, man.
We made it, Joe. Oh, shit. We did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe.
But yeah, I mean, I really loved the culture just as a kid. I mean, whether it was Eddie Murphy or Michael Jackson and Prince, and when I was between 7 and 12 years old, it was all black music, black culture, and then rap music, and then hip hop, and then when Jodeci and Boys to Men. And that era happened. I was 13 and I was very impressionable, and I was in a singing group with 3 other black guys, and it was all legit. It just, and so my whole life and my whole culture has been black music and black culture. And when you come to my shows, it's 90% black people. Like, it's not even, like that's just.
What was the name of that group?
Oh, we were As One.
As One.
And I had a suit on.
Yeah.
And I'm 14.
Because we all black.
And I'm
As One.
I'm 14 years old, and I'm wearing a double-breasted Steve Harvey suit.
Oh, shit.
And I got a cigar in my hand, and my
What?
hair is slicked back gangster. Like, so I've always been what I am, and I love R&B. I love really soul music, R&B music, hip hop music, black culture, black comedy. I watched BET. I showed up to school with the Jet magazine when I was 14. Okay?
Get out of here.
I'm not.
We
getting
all
out
grew
of
up
here.
on the
No.
Jet Beauty of the Week.
No, Beauty of the Week.
Huh?
My
Come
boys,
on.
my
Had
boys
to
hit me
have
with
it.
that. Had to have that
Had
Beauty
to
of the
have
Week.
it.
Got to check it out when I was 14. So, and then being married to Paula Patton, and just my whole life has been embedded in the black experience and black culture, and that's where I belong.
It was, in hearing that in your first entry, it was like there was no try, there was nothing extra on it. It was very authentic. I was like, where's he from though?
I don't want to go nowhere else.
Because that's
Yeah.
I don't need nothing else.
Yeah,
Right.
he's not living a lie. He's telling the truth.
No, and that's
in
what
this music what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, I got the same God in me that in the Baptist church God in you. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, like we feel the music, we feel the soul, we feel the pain, we feel the history, we understand the journey. We need to support each other. We need to believe in each other. We need to, stay on the right paths and just be a family. Like when I go to the BET Awards or something like that, that's like a family reunion for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's just who I am. And it's always been real to me.
Yeah. when did, as you're coming up in this family of so many generations of really incredible musicians, when does someone point out that you are actually going to continue in that line? When does somebody say, "Oh, he's got it too"?
Well, I think
At what age?
It doesn't. Oh, I'm sorry. How do you mean?
At what age did
Was
you
it
discover it,
identified?
or did somebody say you have it?
Well, it started with, my good friend Tibiso and Kerianye, who ended up writing hit songs and being a music manager and a music publisher. And he was the first, when I was 14, he was in the group with me as one. He was
Wait,
my
Tab
18
is in that group?
Tab was in that group. You know Tab. So this is
Yes.
so Tab was my first
Tab was in
A&R.
the group.
So Tab
this is great.
Tab told me how to take pictures, how to go into the office. We would go to the office and I would sing Jodeci and commission songs.
Talk the talk. Talk the talk.
Yeah.
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 was it?
I am here.
Yeah.
No. It
Running
was-
back to
it was
you.
running back to you.
Yeah.
What's the first line? Give me the first line, and I'll.
How can you?
How can you forgive me when I've often gone astray?
Yeah.
How can you think of me when I do things my way, turning my back to you? You say you love me first.
Yeah.
Having my own desires. When in love. Woo, come on now.
Come on now.
Days, so I can see. Now I know I am free. And I am running back to you. I see you standing there for me. My arms are open wide. And I don't have to cry no more. You're woo. That's what it was. Come on now. Why do I go astray when I know that I'm no good and I'm on my own?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
All is one.
So he. So
As one. As one.
as one.
So yeah, I'll give you the quick lineage. So it starts with Tab. He becomes this is how you get I started dressing like him. I started, you know what I mean? He was just.
this is you know how long I've known Tab?
Yeah,
this is the first
I've
time
never
I'm
heard this story.
ever hearing this story.
Yeah, that's my brother. And then so then we did some demos that got heard by Tricky Stewart's camp. So I go in the studio at 15 years old writing with Tricky Stewart. So this is how much information I'm getting as a 14, 15-year-old songwriter and singer. Then next door working to Tricky Stewart is Brian McKnight, who I had studied Brian McKnight's whole first album. That was a huge album and a huge influence on me. Brian hears what I'm doing with Tricky. He brings me in. He signs me to his record label at Interscope Records when I'm 16 years old. So now I'm writing with Tricky Stewart. I'm working with Brian McKnight. Then Jordan Knight from New Kids on the Block hears the work I'm doing with Brian McKnight. I go in the studio with him. I write and produce his whole first solo album. And guess who Jordan Knight takes me around to work with and be in the studio with? Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, Walter Afanasieff, Raphael Sadiq.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
17 years old. I'm 17, 18 years old, and I'm writing with all and producing with all of those guys. So I went to school. I went to Harvard and Yale of music when I was 16, 17, 18 years old. Brian McKnight, the Take Six would come by and be singing harmony. I was just sitting there learning, just listening,
That's
watching.
crazy.
And Take Six is how I learned how to riff. The main group that I studied. And that's when Brian McKnight came out, we were all so excited because I was a huge Take Six fan. But I learned every Take Six song and riff. That was it. That was a training.
I'm with you.
That was done right there. You know what I mean? Once you learn how to sing Take Six, you can sing anything.
You can sing anything.
Anything.
Well, are you actually going to school at this point too, or are you?
I
homeschooled?
I was out my senior year. I decided to move out my senior year. My dad was very disappointed. Shout out to Alan Thicke. We love you. We miss you.
Does out mean you dropped out?
Because I had a record deal. I had a publishing deal. What did he say?
He dropped out.
Yeah, pretty much. No. What I did was I got the tutor, and paid $300 for the tutor to give me a B. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
I just showed
yeah.
up at graduation with the cap and gown, and everybody was like, "Dude, what the hell are you doing here? You've been here not a day. You were here like the first week in September, and you ain't come back."
Be like, you ain't paid the 300.
You ain't paid the 300, nigga.
I paid the 300.
My guy right here.
So I just snuck out. But really, my senior year, I already had a record deal, I had a publishing deal. I was in the studio, 10, 12 hours a day with these kind of talents.
You're a professional.
Yeah, I mean, I was in, and the training that, you hear those 10,000 hours, the outliers theory and stuff. I got 10,000 hours by the time I was 21, and then it was time for me to focus on my own career. And then who comes into my life? Andre Harrell.
Andre Herrera.
Because I knew what to do. I didn't know, not saying I knew what to do. I was having a great time as a songwriter and producer, but I didn't know who I was going to be as an artist. And the album that I made with Brian McKnight, by the time we started when I'm 16, but by the time I'm 19, Jimmy Iovine was like, you know what? It's okay, it's good. I give it a B+, but we're not going to spend a lot of money promoting it. But I was like, you know what? Don't even put it out. Shelf it. I'm out of here. Let me go work on myself and figure out who I'm going to be as an artist. Then Andre Harrell, like the angel, comes into my life, teaches me how to walk it, talk it, how to connect with people instead of just paint, how to make the painting connect. You know what I mean? And how to be a part of the culture.
A real executive. A real A&R.
He taught me, he took me shopping. He bought, he told me what music to listen to. He walked in with the Fifth of Beethoven. When I was making the album, he said, this Saturday Night Fever album, he said, this is the kind of sound, this disco. Everybody loves disco. Disco lasts forever. Everybody wants to celebrate. Everybody wants to dance. Listen to this album. So I'm listening to the album, and it all has vocals on it. More than a woman, whatever it is, it all has songs. All of a sudden, the instrumental kicks in. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 bump, and it goes like that. And I go, "Then girl, where you at?" Right away, with him standing next to me while we were listening to the songs. First thing that came out of my mouth, I wrote that in about 10 minutes. And that ended up being the first single of my artistic career.
Did you perform that song?
I do now sometimes, but I didn't perform it live in our shows. No.
Why not?
I know I probably should all the time.
What?
I probably should all the time.
That shooter?
We do shoot her most of the time, yeah. Oh, the set's different. The set's different since I was with you.
Up ahead, they got me with my what?
Yeah, we do that. We do that usually.
I said, this guy's been robbed before?
Yeah,
has had to be.
I was in the bank when it got robbed. Yeah, I was laying down. The whole story is true.
Hold on, what?
That whole song. I was 18 years old. Paula was sitting in the car outside, waiting. I went in to get like $300. We were going to go to Santa Barbara to my dad's ranch and spend the weekend together. A little romantic 18-year-old, getaway. Yeah. And I go in the bank, and all of a sudden I hear, "Get down on the floor, everybody, get the fuck on the floor." I turn around. 3 guys, one's coming right at me. He points the gun right at me because I'm standing at the counter. He points the gun right at me. I get down, of course. He comes to the counter. He hops over the counter, goes for the money. And then the rest of the story that develops, lady walks into a shotgun surprise. A lady walked into the guy that had a shotgun at the front door. Every word of that song is true.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
at 18.
True story. At 18. And then, luckily, nobody was hurt in the end. But when I say... what I say? Lady walks into a shotgun surprise, drops down to her knees, saw her life for her eyes. He said, "Bitch is gonna get it. Everybody gonna regret it. He did. He said, "If anybody moves, this bitch is gonna get it." So all those words in the song are true. My hands up, my hands up. They want me with my hands up. No shooter. Yeah.
Wow. I never knew that was
might
true.
be the best
that's great.
songwriting story that I've ever heard.
Write your life.
The second verse, just for the fun of it, because that's what we're doing. The second verse is thieves flying off at the mouth, talking about dumping and wetting me something, because they were like, "You about to get dumped on. It's about to get wet up in here." And I'm like, these white people don't know what they don't know what dumping and
You had to
wetting
be the
and-
translator?
I'm like me. I'm like I told you, I'm part of the culture, so I'm 18. I'm like, I know what dumping and wetting is, But again,
Lay down, guys, what they're saying.
Yeah. Well, okay, everyone, they just want you to lay down, and you're gonna get dumped on and get wet on. Okay.
Means shooting. You don't want
Means
that.
they're gonna shoot, and none of us want that to happen.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's
a
the fun
great
part.
story.
That's the great part of art, man, is that it can come from anywhere. And when I was younger, I really challenged myself for those kind of things.
Give me your energy as this album drops, because I think the album dropped, and the first single, of course, we all heard the first single. But comparatively speaking, this wasn't the blast off as we know, hindsight looking.
Correct. This is where the magic happens.
Where are you artistically and even mentally after this project drops? Because there's still so much work to do, even with this great music you have.
Right. Well, what happened was there was so much hype in Andre Harrell connecting me to the most fabulous people in the world at times. I was very ahead of my accomplishments. I had all of the cool people were listening to it. Jay-Z was listening to it. Pharrell was listening to it. Usher had it. They all had it because Andre was friends with all of them. Yeah. So it was easy for him to get all of the coolest people in music. Mariah had it. So I threw a Halloween party before the album came out. Naomi Campbell was there. Mariah Carey was there. Shit. Paul Thomas Anderson, the movie director. Mariah's, it's a Halloween party. Mariah's got pom-poms and she's dancing on the dance floor till 3 a.m. So we've got, Seal was there. What? Yeah, and we're just listening to my album before it even comes out in my studio at my house at top of Blue Jay Way, you know what I mean? So I thought I was about to be that thing, you know what I mean? So then all of a sudden it drops, the sales don't happen. I go to Jimmy, months later, I'm like, Jimmy, I don't feel like we have support of the record. Jimmy goes in, he goes, tell me the Robin Thicke numbers. Tell me the numbers on Robin Thicke. He gets called back, he goes, $6 million I spent on this fucking, whatever it is. So everyone believed. It doesn't hit. It doesn't sell. Culturally praised. Rolling Stone magazine said it was Marvin Gaye backed by Radiohead.
Shit.
And so we had that, you know what I mean? But then what happens next is I go through who am I without success? What am I going to be in this world if my music doesn't hit? I was born to do this, and everyone said it was going to be a big success, and I had all the right people around me, and it still didn't hit. What do I do now? And that is the evolution of Robin Thicke. All those songs were written next. I Got to Be Down with Faith Evans. I'm Too Complicated. Would That Make You Love Me? I'm Lost Without You. I got to ask myself what I'm going to be. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I Need Love. Can You Believe When All Hope Is Gone? I Need to Look to the Sky. Lonely World, Don't You Worry, Babe. How Will You Get By? Angels. You know what I mean?
You are in a space.
Bam. And that's when the magic happened, man. And those are the best songs and the best moment. Those songs are hard to repeat, and yet they mean even more to me today. After 20 years later of everything I've been through, they're even more powerful to me today when I sing them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I spoke it before it happened. Lonely World. Those lyrics are pretty much the story of me meeting my new lady. My relationship with my son, all before it ever happened. All these things. Spoke into existence and then manifested in the next 20 years.
We need a song process for Lost Without You. We need a process. What was the process?
That was a quick one. So when we write Lost Without You, we're in the studio. We're with my bass player, Sean Hurley, who ended up working with John Mayer for 20 years and one of the most amazing musicians I've ever worked with. And he just comes over and he goes, I got this little thing. And he goes, dun, 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 and he had the 4-chord change. Dun, 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 dun. So he just plays that for me. And first thing, we're sitting by the fireplace. The fire is on. I'm at the piano. And he just walked over to me because I was doing something else at the piano, played me that. And I just go, I'm lost without you. Can't help. First thing I sang, just like the other song. The very first lines I sang were that. Now I had the hook, but I didn't have the verses. Oh, and my producing partner of 20 years from the beginning, Pro J, shout out to Pro J, he does everything with me. He grabs the sweeper that you use to sweep out the fireplace, and right next to while Sean Hurley's playing and I'm singing, he goes, and that we recorded. I said that's so cool. Let's record. So it's actually a fireplace sweeper is the shaker on Lost Without You. But yeah, so about a couple weeks later, I started thinking to myself, I was trying to write the verses, and I actually thought, I was like, if I was writing for Usher or something, because I really wanted to be a big hit, and usually I just kind of go the art route, but I was like, if I was writing this for Usher, how would I do the verses? Tell me that you just need more, because I just worked with Usher on his project and blah blah blah. So so I kind of wrote the verses thinking that I was writing it for Usher. How funny is that?
Smash.
Smash.
So all these years you've put in your 20,000 hours by this point.
Oh yeah.
Like no,
we,
seriously.
No, we don't. Yeah, we
right.
earned.
Like
yeah,
you put in real time. Like I remember when I got my first solo deal, they took me to your house.
Oh, that's right. Up in
They
the
took
hills.
me. Yes.
Yeah, that's
they
right.
took me. Daryl Williams
Yeah.
from Electra.
Yeah.
Took me to your house, and you hadn't had your music out yet either, though.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That
so
early.
yeah, that early.
Yeah.
You was writing
Because
and
we were
you know
writing
what
and
I'm saying?
producing for a lot of different artists. I had
Everybody.
Angie Stone up there. I mean, we had
Everybody.
Christina Milan. We had people were
And
running
I'm like,
through
yo,
that. Maya.
And they played in Project,
Yeah,
played
Project,
music,
all
the whole
that, yeah.
thing. So I saw the process. You know what I mean? Really, really early on. So after you've done all that, you're writing for people, you working with everybody. Now you have your first smash.
Yeah.
What's the feeling for you at this point?
Oh man, just I remember just feeling like, okay, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
I am him. I am
Like,
him.
wait, no, okay. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good music.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you just kind of say thank you, God, and you just enjoy the moment, and then the ride happens quickly, and then next thing you know, I'm on Oprah twice. A couple months later, then I do a summer tour with Beyonce. So that's all within like 6
I do
months.
a summer tour with Beyonce.
After being on
that-
Oprah twice.
Yeah, and Oprah called me. Oprah had me back a month later because she, was a big
so
fan
crazy.
of the album
Yeah,
and
yeah.
loved it, and
Yeah.
and the numbers were so high once I was on Oprah, the
just
number of
jumped.
sales
Ratings were-
every the sales
the sales
every-
from your shit. Oh, shit.
yeah, so
Okay.
it was just like weekly.
Let's
and
do that
monthly.
again.
It was on. We had #1 R&B album for like 12 weeks. You know what I mean? Like it was. Yeah,
Wow.
we was in there.
Wow.
And it's just you just stay grateful, and then comes the roller coaster of fame and the stuff you've been waiting for 20 years and all the complications that come with that.
Did you perform? I could be mistaken, but I feel like you performed "Lost Without You" on the Grammys, or was
it was the
it
BET Awards.
Was it the BET Awards?
Yeah.
Where they were doing you were doing the full
doing
sauce and everything?
dance.
Now?
Yeah.
Amazing performance.
Thank
Amazing
you.
performance.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely amazing. I was like, he's really good. Because it's like you said, those type of hits, those are once in a lifetime moments for most people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For most people.
we'll get to.
'Cause we'll get to- 'cause you-
Well, even just
you're not even done.
The songwriting connection, like when you write a song and the feeling, and that song comes on in the audience, and there's this collective wave of love and appreciation and sentimentality and positivity that just flows out of that song.
Makes people feel good.
Yeah, because they had so many good times to that song, and you can't
Talk
take
about
that
it.
away from them.
Talk
you know
about
what
it.
I mean?
Talk about it.
They were in the bed with somebody they love, listening to that. They were on vacation dancing with the one they love when they heard that. You know what I mean? And that's you
That has
can't
to be
take away
amazing feeling.
that feeling and that connection.
I feel like anytime a song can fill in the blanks,
Yeah.
it just takes
Yo,
on
leave it
a
on the
different-
voicemail. Yeah. This is what I want to say to you.
Anytime it fills
Yeah.
in the blanks,
Yeah,
it's just something about it. And as you say, these songs mean so much more. Like 20 whatever years, and you're like, when they come on, it's like it's still.
Yeah, it puts you back in
And
the place.
now it's like these songs are refreshing because of everything else that's going on now that's just not like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the best things stand the test of time, and love is, in the end, love is that connection we're all looking for, and the best songs, a man or a woman or whatever, each side of the partnership can listen to the same song and feel the same connection to it, even though they're both on different sides of the relationship.
Yeah.
Because the song just, when it speaks for all of us, it connects to all of us.
I want to ask you a question before we go to the monster. I want to ask you a question. Me and Jay talk about this a lot. You came up in not only just a very talented family, but Pops was famous.
A guy.
Pops was a guy.
Yeah, he was the man.
Like you had the fame, you had the money, you had the, probably all the things that you needed to just be cool, but you are still chasing this with a hunger like you don't have it, like you don't come from it.
Yeah.
What does that come from?
I think it's just, it's that rare thing that all of us have it, but when you know it early, and there's no doubt about it. Like when people try to tell me, like, what do I need to do to be you just are. You already see it. You already know it's going to happen. You just know it very early on. Like nothing's going to stop me from learning what I need to learn, practicing what I need to practice, outworking the guy or girl next to me, and sooner or later, some form of these dreams will come true, and I will get to that place.
But it's like
want to be at.
Most people who are in this comfortable space, growing up in this, we already have it.
Yeah.
Don't have that level of hunger or even confidence in their own ability to get their own.
Yeah.
Was there a thing in you that said, okay, Pop's got his, but that's his. I gotta get mine.
Yeah, of course, there's a competitive spirit, and that happens in a lot of families. Whether it's if you're a lawyer, sometimes your son becomes a better lawyer or a bigger, because he had the connections or he had the information. Because Dad's connections didn't totally help me that way, but his belief in me. He put me in the room with David Foster when I was 13.
I'm glad we got the champagne.
I got to come.
I'm glad we got champagne
because it's being poured. He's pouring it.
But the coup de grace, the one that takes the cake is one day I'm at Joe Torre baseball camp in Encino, and I come home and Kevin Costner is there at the piano with this beautiful black woman and David Foster sitting and playing a song
at your house.
And they are practicing "I Will Always Love You" before they give it to Whitney.
I knew where he was going. I knew.
And I just walk past the piano, and I go into the, go into my room like it's not nothing. I'm like, what's Kevin Costner doing here? My dad's not even there. He just let David use his house because David was working on another project at a studio right around the corner, probably Larrabee, one of those. And he said, I'm gonna have to come to your house, Alan, and use your piano and meet with Kevin real quick. So. That was what I walked in on. That's what my dad knew. Everybody, everyone loved him.
Shout out to Linda Thompson.
And he was in.
Shout out to Linda.
Oh yeah, known Linda since day one. Linda was around when I was born.
Oh, this is great.
Oh yeah,
this is great, bro.
That is.
How crazy is that? It's a good story.
I don't know. That is the crazy.
It's just my life.
Hey, bro,
it's just my life.
Boring, but it's my life.
And you know what? When my dad passed away, Magic Johnson sent me a note or he said in the paper actually, and he said it to me personally again when I saw him recently. But he said Alan Thicke was the first celebrity that I met when I came to Los Angeles. Because my dad was at every basketball and hockey game. He lived at the Forum. He didn't miss a game. In fact, I was born when he was headed to the Forum for a game. And my mom was like pregnant 2 weeks early, and I remember my dad, having a funny joke. Well, you better be right because I've got VIP parking passes. What? Forever the comedian. But yeah, he just lived at those games. He lived in that culture, and he was great friends with Jerry Buss and Magic and Wayne Gretzky. Actually, when Wayne Gretzky was traded to the Kings, he was staying at our house with Janet for 2 weeks. My dad was in Russia with my older brother, and I was at home at Joe Torre camp again.
And this is not Joe Torre, the comedian, guys.
This is Joe Torre, the coach of of the New York Yankees championships. But so I come home, and I'm at home in the morning. It's 7:00 in the morning. The phone rings. I'm getting ready to go to camp, and I answer the phone. It's Bruce McNall, the owner of the Kings, and he says, "Hey, Robin, can you put me on the phone with Wayne?" And I go, well, he's sleeping. I really don't want to wake him. He goes, yeah, you need to wake him. I need to talk to him right now. I go in there. I say, hey, Wayne, Bruce is on the phone. You got to get it. He says, So Wayne answers the phone. I go to camp. I come home. Wayne's in Edmonton at the podium. He was traded that morning. That was the phone call when he got traded.
You took the call.
I took the call and told Wayne to get on the phone the day he was traded to the Kings.
Well, your life,
Pretty crazy.
your life is crazy.
It's a fucking movie.
Crazy.
Yeah, this is absolutely.
And that's just
a
by the
movie.
time I'm 12. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't even got into nothing yet.
So there's one thing though. As we talk about these great songs, because I'm a deep cut guy.
yeah.
I'm a deep cut guy. You got this song called "Teach You a Lesson."
Yes, sir.
You feel so good. You smell so good. You feel so warm.
You feel so
Just
warm.
like I knew you. Just like you. What? Because that's what you think in your mind when you meet her.
you go.
Don't let her go.
I can't let you go. I can't let you go. You were late to school.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
What you gonna do?
see you after class.
Yeah.
You've been a bad girl.
That's what you been.
Someone's gonna have to teach you a lesson.
Yeah.
You're a bad girl.
Dun.
Someone's gonna have to straighten you right out. You're a bad girl.
Dun, dun.
Someone's gonna have to teach you.
Man.
Ooh, teach you, baby. And someone's gonna have to teach you, baby.
It might be a newt.
You can call me
it's so
your
much pimping.
professor.
It's so much pimping.
It's so much pimping.
It's so much pimping.
He called her a weapon of mass destruction. That's what he called her.
Yeah, I love that song,
Yeah.
man. That's special. That's
Cold, Robin.
I still do that in the long shows because it's just such a moment, you know.
bro.
Because the way you talk to people, like when you talk to somebody and you really,
It's personal.
oh, and you know how personal that moment was. That was a real moment where I felt every word of that. You know what I mean?
Amazing. That and cocaine.
Thank you. Oh, that was a true story. That was a true story.
What do you mean?
That was a true story.
Well, it was about all the temptations. I'd never done cocaine, and it was all about the temptations surrounding me in this fabulous lifestyle and these Hollywood people. And
Yeah.
and as I was getting into the world of these superstars and, you know, the late night parties and some of that kind of stuff. And so it's,
Baby, Beverly Hills Hotel 4 a.m. It's my birthday. I wanna stay young. I wanna have fun. I don't wanna be the only one. No way. Movie stars, models and blondes and cocaine. New York, LA is all the same. The angels look the other way, 'cause they can understand my pain. Cocaine, back up in a big way. Cocaine, coming out the closets. Cocaine, I'm standing in an alley with my hands behind me. The party ain't the same without the cocaine. Ooh.
Hey, man. You really writing that shit.
What? Yeah, man. All true stories.
But the
All
funny
true.
shit
not
is-
me. I wasn't arrested, but I saw a friend of mine in that world, and I was driving through Beverly Hills, and I just saw him in an alley, getting put into a car, and I was like, "That's my homie," and I just didn't know if it was cocaine or whatever. But when I was getting into all that world and
You knew he
seeing
was
all
high.
that Hollywood, no, I just don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But that I remembered that visual and being afraid for him. It turned out he was carrying a gun.
Okay.
And it wasn't drugs, but the fact that I saw a friend who I thought might have gotten caught with cocaine inspired the line of "I'm standing in an alley with my hands behind
And
me."
here I am listening to
party
the
ain't the
album
same.
like,
Yeah.
man, Robin hiding them up.
No, I had never, man. I had never. It was all about the temptations and how do you stay away from it in that world.
That's songwriting.
Yeah.
But that
That
is
is
actually songwriting,
songwriting,
though,
bro.
where you
Thank you,
putting
sir.
people in a place. No matter what it is. It can be good, bad, whatever.
You writing
But-
screenplays, bro.
Yeah.
Man, there's some good ones, man. But I love. That's the thing. I love music, and my songs are my story, and that's what I leave behind, And so when you listen to my songs, that they are literally telling my life story, Besides a few dance records, you have
Yeah.
and then dance records. so
then
like
speaking-
when you make a dance record,
dance-
you just want people to dance. You know what I mean?
Everybody get up.
So I'm in.
Shit, I hate you.
Listen, I'm in record plant
Right there.
in the first room on the right with a guy by the name of T.I. He's working on some music. I'm in there with him. We actually
told
working.
me this story after you heard it.
I
remember
We
this.
actually working on. We have an artist we're working on together at the time.
Okay.
We had a little partnership we're doing, and so we just in the studio kicking it. And somebody walks in and says, "Hey, I need you to get to this Robin record." He's like, okay, all right, dial it up, pull it up. He said, "This is the record. We think it's gonna be a big record. We need you on it. He's got to have you on it." And he's like, "All right, play it." Played that motherfucking record. T.I. says, "Turn the mic on."
I love it.
Goes in the booth, listens to it maybe one more time, and does that entire rap from top to bottom.
No, he does not.
Absolutely.
T.I. shout out
I
to
watched him.
Every time
the genius T.I.
I watched him do it. I was like,
No way. What a moment.
I'd never seen him in studio before.
What a moment. I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Top to bottom, didn't write nothing. Nothing.
Wow. What a
He gonna
talent.
get this pimping.
Oh, he gonna get, he gonna, he
What a
gonna
talent.
get this.
What a talent.
And I looked, I said, "Oh, that's why you okay."
Our T.I. Yeah.
That's
amazing. I can't believe he just went in and dropped it like that.
and I'm there and I'm like, this is going to go crazy.
Yeah, Jay and Wayne did the same thing when I worked with them. Yeah. Incredible how they can do that.
But I remember hearing that song and knowing that nothing or no one was going to be able to stop you
Yeah.
when this record came out. And
Man,
then
that
the
was-
video, I saw the video and I said,
Everything was right.
everything was
Yeah,
right.
I made all the right decisions
Man,
with that
yeah.
record. At least from the outside.
I remember Jimmy Iovine called me as soon as he saw the video. He calls me at 7:30 a.m. and goes, "Robin, this is going to be the biggest record of your life. This is going to be #1 all around the world. This is incredible. I love this record. I love this video. This is the best thing you've ever done. It's going to be huge. I'm going to make sure of it."
And I remember, and now it's not just on the radio. It's not just, I remember being in arenas with you, watching every night this song shake the fucking arena.
Wow.
Not a couple nights,
Those were times. Man.
every night.
Every night.
Those were times,
Every night.
man.
Every night.
That's tempo records are tough for soulful guys anyway, already.
Yeah.
But that,
Yeah, absolutely.
that's
something
different.
Man, that's the brilliance of Pharrell, man. Pharrell's the most talented person I've ever been in a room with,
He's
Please give us the
he's-
story behind
he's-
this song.
Well, we had 3 days in the studio. We did 3 records, 1 record a day. Blurred Lines was on the 3rd day. My dad actually came by the studio just to say hi, but he happened to be there the night Blurred Lines was made. And it was the kind of song like, people were hearing it from the other studios and the lady at the front desk and the manager of the studio and everybody just kind of started putting their head in, you know what I mean, and wanted to hear it. And as we were adding those last little ad libs or whatever, but we're playing it loud, we're figuring out what the little pieces that are missing, but from the start, the next thing I know, the whole room is dancing, and it was just that kind of, and people just couldn't stop coming in from outside to hear the record,
Here's a
and
question.
there were like there was a crew of other rappers that Pharrell was working with. I can't recall right now, but they all wanted to come in and hear it, and that's when we kind of knew like we had something.
Here's a question. As a vocalist, right? This song has so many different things stylistically
Yeah,
that you did vocally that was different. Was
Yeah,
that
we did a
Pharrell
lot.
saying, "No, do it like this," or was that you just in character saying, "I feel like this right now, like this is where"?
I think by then I had already learned a lot from Pharrell, and some like when we did "Wanna Love You Girl," he was like, "Make it sound a little more British." "Wanna love you, girl. Wanna love you, girl." So I did it a little more British because he wanted it to sound different. You know what I mean? But by then, him and I, it was our third day together, which is very rare to get 3 days in a row with Pharrell. Anyway,
yeah.
And by the third day, the flow was just so pure. He would say, "Hey, hey, hey," and go like that, and I would go, "Hey, hey, hey," you know what I mean? And then it was, okay, and these things, okay, so he would, yeah,
He was out there,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
He was like on some Rick James.
No, you're right, and you're right, because a lot of that is Pharrell, of course, because I just remember that just gave me the deja vu. That he went animal, like that.
Yeah.
He kind of wanted it to be silly, you know what I mean? I do remember that, and then I remember myself wanting to scream and go, "You the hottest bitch in this place!"
And that's underneath it. Yeah.
So we had a lot of fun with those vocals. Hey, 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 you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. There's a lot of that stuff
that
in
you
the
wouldn't
background.
normally do.
Yeah, because I think the record just opened itself for being really silly and playful, where a lot of times with being an R&B soul singer, you trying to emotion.
Yeah.
But that song has a lot of humor in it, and that's why I think it's just so much fun to listen to, because it's sexy, it's funny, and it's got humor in it.
First of all, I want to say that Pharrell owes me a studio session. He came to me one day and said, "Man, I want to work with you," and I was like, "Well, I want to work with you."
Yeah, okay.
Well, I want to work with you.
What about Friday?
Yeah,
at 2 p.m.?
I'm available now.
It's like I'm doing Louis Vuitton.
I'm not sure if you're available. And I've never gotten my studio session with Pharrell. So if you talk to him, just tell him.
Tank asked about you.
Tank asked about you.
Man, that man is on a different plane. I mean, what he's doing with Louis Vuitton and everything, he's evolved into all things,
absolutely,
and an inspiration in all categories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just as a human being and a man of the community and a man of art in every facet, and he's a leader of this generation, without question.
You, first of all, congratulations
Thank you
for
very much.
getting struck by lightning.
Where's
a couple
that
times.
song at now? 12 million,
trillion
sold of all time.
We did okay. Yeah, we did all right on that one. In years in a row, I got divorced. I got sued. My father passed away. My manager passed away. My house burned down. Andre Harrell passed away. So all that was like boom, 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 boom for me, And so this album is about how I got through that, where I'm at now, what's important to me now in my family, and trying to replace that broken family that I lost when I was a kid.
I love that because you're sitting next to fathers, who are actually fathers,
real dads.
And people always ask, like, how do you find balance? And I'm like, there is no balance.
Yeah.
There's just ripping and running, and trying to be all you can be in those spaces, but more importantly for your kids. Like, you want to be all you can be in the space that provides for your kids.
Exactly.
But you also want to be all you can be in the space with your kids.
And if you think of it percentage-wise, if I have 5 people, my lady and 4 kids, that I need to provide love, attention, humor, cuddles.
Yeah.
They all
Cuddles
need
are
it. They
important.
all
Cuddles.
need it. They all want it. You know what I mean? So that's 20% each of my time. And now I haven't even gone to work yet.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So now you cut that in half. That's
Speak
50.
on
Now they're down to 10% each of them of my time and my love and my energy. So you really have to conserve it. You have to stay present in it, and you have to make sure that the time is being spent valuably.
Yeah.
So everybody is getting enough to feel that Papa's love or whatever that is. And we have a lot of work to do.
Yeah. You get into this space, and especially in your career and how successful you've been. One of my friends, Tyrese, hit me with a phrase a few weeks ago. He said, "Well, I don't think that would be the best use of my time."
Yeah.
And so you gotta
Right. And so
You gotta respect that.
You
though.
gotta
respect that.
make those decisions.
And the older we get, we really want to spend time with the people that make us smile and laugh and dance and feel loved and feel appreciated, and that's where we want to be.
You're funny, also, Robin. And people people didn't know that side of you.
Yeah.
And so we're watching Real Husbands
I got a great story of that.
of Hollywood, bro. And I'm like, what?
Great story. So I sing at Chris Paul's wedding, right? LeBron's there, Carmelo,
First of all of your stories and the list of is so crazy, bro. It's so crazy. But keep going. Keep doing your thing.
So I sing at Chris Paul's wedding, and I meet Kevin Hart. And I had just seen Kevin Hart's special, and I was such a huge fan. I thought he was the great new comedian. And so I say, Kevin, I loved your special. Hold on, and I want to do Kevin for you. I go, on the block, holding it down, gun in my waist, straight face, not a game, one pillow, no pillowcase. Didn't nobody write me? It was early. I took a nap. So, so
that's what you do to him when you
I
meet
do
him?
that for him right when I meet him. He starts busting up. We just have a few laughs, a good time. A month later, I get a call. Kevin's doing a TV show and wants to know if you want to be on it. So I think that
was your audition.
That was my audition
That
for
is
him.
great.
And we had the best night. And by the time the party started, after I performed, it's Chris Paul, LeBron, Carmelo, Kevin, and a bunch of other A-list ballers all dancing and jumping. And I'm just standing there. I'm like, this is awesome. I'm the biggest NBA fan in the world. I played ball my whole life. So I was hoop. I was like, I hoop. Yeah. No, I can do it. Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah. Come on.
You gotta come.
You can't be a part of the
you
culture.
You gotta come to the R&B Money run.
I used to play against Ron Artest, and I used to play with the what was the ball? The ESPN outdoor ball. They had like a show where they were on the bus and they were and one. Yeah, I would play with the and one guys. Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, we got a hoop with Robin Thicke.
Yeah, well, we're 2 knee surgeries later. We're 2 knee surgeries later, but most of the time I play tennis now.
Shoot the corner three.
Well,
the corner three.
The problem was I couldn't start doing the full court anymore. That was just too much with these young boys, But yeah, no, I used to play.
Now you're on the tennis.
Now I'm on the tennis. Yeah, now I'm doing that. I'm doing that Malibu. Luxurious.
I'm mean at pickleball.
I'm getting luxurious now. You know what I mean?
And I just took my first tennis lesson, so I'm kind of.
Yeah, but you're a natural athlete.
I'm kind of nice with that too.
Yeah, I bet.
It's buff tennis, I'm sure. I'm sure it's fucking buff tennis.
He's playing some shirtless buff tennis over here.
It's like,
all he has is a red headband. You know what I mean?
Like, Tank, that's out of bounds, bro.
Him and his red headband and red wristbands.
Real Husband and Housewives, you're absolutely hilarious. I just want to let you know that.
Thank you.
You're really hilarious.
Time in my life.
So we talk new album, and just the journey through that space of putting that together.
Yeah.
You really popping back out.
Yeah,
your other projects were, it was from the heart. You were on the love and passion, and now you're about to pop back out and do your thing.
Yeah, I think it's like sometimes I'm looking inside and I just trying to share my journey, and then there's another time when I get back to that that hunger, that competitive spirit. Really, it's like when I'm hearing SZA and Billie Eilish and what these artists are doing and
cooking,
they're doing it.
And the lyrics and the emotions and the rhythms and the melodies, and I'm just so inspired, and that's the beauty. Just like I was when I was 13 and 14, I'm so inspired by what these genius artists are doing. Mm-hmm. Now I want to come, I want to come for it. You know what I mean? Not for them, but I want to come for that.
No.
That level of artistic greatness.
Absolutely. And you know what that level is because you've seen it.
Yeah, I want to commit myself to that level of artistic effort because I see it in their work, and I want to compete with that level of effort, and that's really what it's about. I just want to try as hard as they're trying to be their best.
You told me when you first sat down before the cameras went on, you're like, bro, I just did 6 shows in
6 cities in 7 days.
7 days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you are
like, oh no, that is the real grind, and that's how you look up and you've done this thing for 30 years at the highest level.
Yeah.
Like people don't understand that.
Yeah.
People don't understand that. Like even when you talked about how you spend your time, like that's time.
Yeah.
That's really time dedicated to the craft.
Yep.
Yeah, and the rest is dedicated to the kids. Absolutely. Yeah. And that's what it's all about.
And you got a tour coming up, right?
And I've been touring actually. I'm with Boyz II Men right now. I've been out doing shows with Boyz II Men. That's a great night because once again, like getting to work with your idols, or just have I learned every single harmony and ad lib on that first album for sure. And then once they started working with Babyface and getting that End of the Road and I'll Make Love to You and On Bended Knees, and so these are records that I listen to driving as a 16-year-old. Like I want to be that. I'm going to sing like that. I want that kind of a hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's that. That hunger is good for you.
Well, we're about to segue.
Please do.
Yeah.
How you feel, Robin? because you look good. You walked in smelling good and looking good. Do you feel good?
Right now, I feel delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Special segment where we want to go to right now and get some information from
real
you. It's
information.
very
Okay.
vital. You know, you've written a lot of songs for a lot of people. You've
I done wrote them songs
written songs for yourself. And
all for myself.
we just know that there are songs that have inspired you, songs that have made you who you are. And we don't want all the songs. We just
Don't want all the
How many we want?
We just want a few of the songs, and we just like to call this your top 5. Your top 5. Top 5. Your top 5.
Your top
R&B singers.
Yeah. What else?
R&B songs. We've got to know before you go. Here on this show, we don't do blow. We're just top 5. Yes. Rawr. Yeah. Top 5.
Break it down. Break it down.
Your top 5. Robin Thicke, your top 5 R&B singers.
Oh, top 5 R&B singers.
Yeah, that's where we started.
Man, I don't know. I mean, that's easy. At least to name my favorites.
Okay, you said it's
Because I'm more of an old school man. Otis Redding.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get past. Baby, lock the door. I mean, let's
Yeah. Get aggressive. Get
Just
aggressive.
start with that and then go soft. I mean, the way he sings, try a little tenderness. You know what I mean?
Try.
Just.
Just try.
So yeah, Otis Redding for sure. Stevie, of course, gotta
Talk
get
to
Stevie up in there.
Talk to talk.
Al Green.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody know how to keep it that small and that intimacy that he provides. Marvin, of course.
Hi.
Can't go without Marvin. And then well, I'm on a guy. I'm doing all my favorite guys because mostly I would listen to, but Whitney then just you can't make Whitney and Aretha. I got to do like 5,
like
6. Just I got to have my 2 favorite
top
female
6.
singers. Yeah, I got to have at least my 2
Yeah.
favorites. I listen to so much Aretha and Whitney that sculpted my vocal career. But as I got older and becoming a grown man and listening to other grown men's stories at the same point in my life. You know what I mean? That's when I started to gravitate more towards Otis and Stevie, Marvin, and Al as I got into my 20s and stuff like that. But early on, when I was in my teens, Whitney was it. You couldn't, if you could do a Whitney run, you knew what you was doing.
She was so quick and powerful.
Oh, and just the taste.
Precise.
The taste.
Precise.
Impeccable taste.
Robin Thicke, your top 5 R&B songs.
Oh, okay. Well, Let's Stay Together. What's Going On? I always forget the title. Until the day the stars up in the sky, always.
Always.
I would put always up in there. For me, because of the effect it had on me and my life and career, I would say Forever My Lady.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, that had
Ooh, yeah.
come on, that did everything for me. That,
Everything for me. Look at me.
That was everything.
Changed my life.
Come on, that record right there. Whew, I used to order that on the jukebox. Remember the jukebox?
Talk about the box.
I remember
Pay that money.
If I had a girl come over the first date, I was singing. I was standing in front of Jodeci like I was the fifth member on the TV with the TV behind me. And I went right to my vocal.
Hey, he cheating. He cheating early.
I would go
you
to
ever
the
had
piano.
a man
I would go
sing
to the
to
piano.
you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was I was a Magic Mike. You know what I mean?
I was Magic
With a
Mike.
voice.
Hey, man.
That can sing though.
That's great.
That's cheating.
Okay, we need one
And
more.
I was
One more.
doing, I'm doing H-Town type
That's
dances. You know what I mean?
One more song.
Oh, okay. Favorite R&B songs. Oh, you know what? I gotta get a Lauryn Hill in there. Guys, you better watch out. Some girls,
that thing.
And that's
that
culture forever. That
thing.
speaks so many things to both sexes and cultures. And I mean,
What a song, what a video, what a everything.
the musical production. I mean,
everything.
just incredible.
We're gonna build your Voltron.
Please.
Your music, your super R&B artists. We want to know who you're going to get the vocal from, the performance style, the styling, the passion of the artist. And since you're so great at it, who's going to write and produce for this artist? Let's start at the vocal. What vocal are you grabbing to build
your
your
lead
super
singer?
R&B artist?
You know what? I think that because of the most dynamic. I mean, for me, I love I would pick Marvin. You know what I mean? Just because there was something. He just when he sings, it feels like the gates of heaven are opening up, and we're all welcome. You know what I mean? And there's a peace and a hope and a warmth. It's like a big warm hug. Every time he sings. You know?
Performance style.
Performance style. I'd go James Brown. You know what I mean? I don't think.
Yeah.
I think it all just starts.
Feel good.
Hardest working man
in show
business.
business. Yeah, I mean, of course, there's Michael, which is just magic that you can't even really quantify that. But
it
for
starts
me,
somewhere.
just like the way James Brown and hits with his band, and just he created this whole thing that inspired everybody that came after.
He
him,
gonna
you know
sweat
what
it
I mean?
out.
And I'm a sweat it. You see me? I sweat it. I sweat it out. When it's time to really go, it's James Brown. You know what I mean?
The styling of the artist.
Styling of the artist. Okay. You know what? Then I would go Mike, because there was something that classy. It was dazzly, but it was every man could wear it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he kept evolving, and that's what inspired Kanye's type of metamorphosis as a fashion icon.
Yeah.
And then we can go right to who's the songwriter producer. That's Pharrell. I would just go Pharrell.
But we gotta go
hands
passion.
down.
Passion. Who's
We gotta
the,
go
the
to passion.
passion of the artist? The heart of the artist.
Heart of the passion. Oh, then I would go with Otis. I would go with Otis's heart, because we lost him early. I mean, I believe he wrote and finished Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, and then passed before it was released, and then
wow.
it became Sitting
didn't
on
know
the
that.
Dock of the Bay.
Wow.
I mean, come on, so there was something about the heart, especially in the era also, the era that he came from, And once again, I'm picking mostly male artists and producers, but that's, I mean, Otis, the heart of Otis, and Aretha, you could the same thing, like what came out of Aretha when she sang and played. Oh no, I got a better one just for fun. Nina Simone.
The heart of Nina Simone.
The heart of Nina Simone. Listen to that voice.
With Pharrell writing and producing it.
The passion of Nina Simone. Yeah, from the era she came up in as a black woman in those times, and the songs she wrote, and the things she faced.
It was so many layers to that music.
And her songwriting, her lyrics. She wrote It's a bitch, girl, and you're going too far, and it don't matter anyway. That's her song. You can be high on your old man's money. You can get high on your old man's money. It's a bitch, girl, rich girl. Like, I can't remember all the words. I'm paraphrasing, but that's Nina Simone. People don't even know that. That's Nina Simone.
It's an amazing Voltron. We got one more thing for you, though.
Please do.
We got one more thing for you.
Because I got to go. Gotta finish the show. I got to go.
Okay, we gonna take long.
got to get home. I said, yeah.
I ain't saying no names. I ain't saying no names.
Come on.
I ain't saying no names. I ain't saying no names. Who you was?
Who you was?
Who you was with?
Who you was with?
What you did?
Come on.
Don't say she.
You better not.
Yeah, I ain't saying no
So very important segment. Very important segment. Song, or not a song, because now you wrote so many damn songs.
Yeah.
Very important
sorry.
segment of the show.
Very good.
Will you tell us a story, funny or fucked up, or funny and fucked up?
Okay.
Only rule to the game
Only rule.
is you can't say no names.
None.
Okay. Okay, a funny story.
Life and Times.
Life and time.
Robin Thicke.
Robin Thicke.
Okay. Okay. So, after the Met Ball,
Oh shit! He was
You know what?
You know what?
This shit is crazy.
I was sitting. Yeah.
This was fucking great.
And it was a great night because, I won't include the name that has the punchline, but I'll use some other names to help get the story
work with
going,
that.
right?
We'll work
Because that's
with
the
that.
fun part.
We'll work
But I
with
won't
that.
use the
Gotcha.
punchline
Gotcha.
name. So Jennifer Hudson is performing, which was amazing because that was the first time I'd ever seen her live. And after that, I was so inspired. I went home and I wrote giving myself over to you, which was on her debut Grammy-winning R&B album.
Come on.
And so she was performing. I actually was sitting at the table with Rihanna, who was very young, and her and I had just done a photo shoot together for GQ mag. Was it GQ? Yeah, I think it was GQ magazine. Very early in her career, and so that night we end up going out. It's after party. We end up at Richie's Butter in New York City. Richie Akiva. Shout out to Richie Akiva at Butter in New York City. And I'm hanging out with this very famous, very talented Grammy Award-winning artist. And we're making friends. We're having a blast. And he's like, after this, man, let's go back to my studio and make some music. And I was like, no, man, not tonight. Not tonight. I was like, you know how much. And so somehow he was affronted by, felt rejected or something. And then it got to, I don't want to do that, and he was like, hey, man, I'm better than you. He said,
Oh shit!
and I go, what? I said, I'll take the Pepsi challenge with your ass any day.
The Pepsi challenge.
And we had already spent the night complimenting each other. We had met at the Met Ball. We had already spent the night. We didn't really leave. We were like hanging out. We ended up going to let's go there now. Let's go there. So we were making friends very quickly. And by the end of the story, I think he was offended that I didn't want to go to the studio when we were at this incredible party afterward. I just didn't want to go afterwards. And I think he thought that I didn't, that I was dissing him or something. So I just finished with, I'll take the Pepsi challenge with your ass any day. I ain't leaving.
Did you guys remain? Did you
No,
build the
we saw
friendship?
each other many years later at an airport Terminal 6 baggage claim. You know what I mean? And just was like, "What's up, dude? How you doing?" But men, you know how men are.
Oh yeah,
you know how men are.
fuck you too.
We don't really keep beef. We just don't hang out.
Absolutely,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
We don't really talk about the beef. We just, hey, what's up, man?
That is great.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Robin, you are who you are, man.
Thanks for having me, Tank. This was fun. Thanks, Jake.
we
That was
appreciate
fun.
you, man.
Fun hanging with you guys.
Continued
And
success.
and for you, congratulations on the
Yeah.
rise of this show. You guys are really taking over in a category that we really needed.
We need it.
We needed all this
Yeah.
talk and all this laughter and all this
absolutely.
appreciation of great R&B culture and music.
Well, thank you, bro.
Yeah.
I couldn't have closed it out better. My name is Tank,
I'm J Valentine.
and this
Oh,
is
wait.
the R.
But before we go, can I play you my new song?
You can do whatever you
Whatever
want.
I
you
want to
want.
play the new song for you guys. We'll jam it out, and then we'll close it out.
Dude, that's the close. Wait, you.
Who's
Rep,
got it?
Come on, let's load it up.
Play that shit.
Too much booty in the pants, damn. Show me what you want to do with it. Top 2 with the baddest chicks, and my status is that I'm not number 2 with it. When you bad on dream, when the cash came, ride that thing like the fast lane. Robin, you know we a match man, cause I'm thick like a last name. I know what to do with all that. I know what to do with all that. Make you tell your friends about that. I know what to do with all that. I was struck by your beauty like gold, and the way that you carry yourself. And I knew I was in for a ride. You got jokes and you's a wild child. You inspired something deep inside of me, something that I never thought that I would be. Showed me things I never
gentlemen,
Yeah.
you know, we just got a snippet, the snidget of Robin's new smash.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know what to do with all that.
It's so much pimping in your
know
blood.
what to do with all that.
It's so much film.
Yeah, Tabernacle. Yeah,
Tabernacle.
up on the Bird Street.
Oh, come on,
Yeah.
my name is Tank.
I'm J Valentine.
And this is the R&B Money Podcast, the authority on all things R&B.
Tell them what it is.
I don't even know what to say, man.
That was
my
a blast.
brother, man.
Oh, you know,
My brother,
I
Robin Thicke,
loved
man.
touring with you.
Love you,
I
brother.
thought so much
Yes,
of
sir.
you as an artist and a human being, and
Yes, sir.
and Jay, you know, I've always loved you and respected
My
you,
brother.
and we've been around each other for so long in this business. But you guys are doing great. I'm so excited
Thank you,
to be a
brother.
part
Thank
of it. God bless you.
Listen,
Yeah.
Robin Thicke, ladies and gentlemen.
Robin Thicke.
I'm Robin Thicke.